What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another video. We got a little bit of a different video here. We had a buddy downstate that owns a little bit of property, and he invited a group of us down to go riding on his property this weekend. It's got some trails marked out. I don't know if I'd necessarily call them hard enduro, but they're a little bit more difficult than regular enduro. So we're just trying to kind of get the trails ridden in here. Coming down into this valley, and this is pretty much, well, this is kind of the start of them. So it gets difficult. I shouldn't say really difficult, but it's soft, so you know, just kind of get the trails worked in. As you can see here, I am a great rider. Take another shot at this little hill, and once again, we do not make it. Come on, fatty, let's go. Oh, just digging roots. Third time's a charm, maybe? And no. But we do get really lucky. Look at that. Oh, like I planned it. Right up there, leaned against the tree. That was all luck, though. You can see the other part of the crew just decided to cut around this, which you'll see bikers off in different parts here. That's guys that just kind of cut off the trail, or didn't know where the trail went because we're all riding it for the first time. So just kind of getting a trail worked in, a good one through his section of property. See how nice Michigan is in the summer. Now this is southern Michigan, so no rocks or anything. You got to get up towards northern Michigan, or you know, UP to get into rocks. But still, it's fun stuff. Lots of logs and hills. The older I get, the more I enjoy this type of riding, the more technical stuff. I got into trials a few years ago with a bunch of buddies, and I really enjoyed that. It just stinks that everybody that I was involved in trials with got hurt some sort of way, so didn't have anybody to ride with trials anymore. So I kind of went towards this type of riding. Now, I haven't done the race, like a hard enduro race. I don't know if I'd enjoy that. I enjoy racing, but the hard enduro aspect, I don't think I'd enjoy the racing part of it. Though I enjoy hard enduro riding. I love racing hare scrambles and whatnot, and enduros, though just more for fun now, instead of being competitive. And that's why I haven't been releasing so many videos this year, is I ride 3 to 4 times a week, but it'd just be boring since it's just regular old ride, so I don't release any videos on them unless it's a unique ride of some sort. And I used to do a lot of races, but this year with the corona, I just haven't really felt like racing, so probably won't race too much this year. I always race, just not competitively, like, you know, every race for a series for points every year. but I'll get out and race maybe once or twice this year. So I've really been enjoying riding trails like this. I live in northern Michigan, and the trails by me, I know them all by heart, and they get kind of boring. So being able to come down and ride on somebody's property like this is quite unique. Of course, everybody knows GoPro doesn't give justice how steep these hills are. Which in Michigan we don't have big hills. They do get quite steep. They're just not like big, long, like Tennessee down, and that's not really the mountains, but you know, they're just huge. They go forever. I should have went to the right here more. I go to the left, and you can't see it, but there must be a little log or something there because my back end just drops right out. And it's gone. The worst part about that is I'm sticking my foot in my mouth big time right here, because 2 seconds before this, I'm telling a guy, like, oh, please stay on the line, or just stay on the trail right here. And here I go, and I look like a complete idiot and can't hardly make it. And in fact, I don't make it. The trail goes up to the right, and I just go straight here. Well, 2 seconds before, I'm saying to me, you know, you need to stay on the trail. So like I say, the trail's up to the right. I'm cutting straight across. And we join back on it. These guys kind of, I don't know where they came from. Also, I'm really happy with this bike. I'm lucky enough to get to ride a lot of different model bikes. All the new ones I've been able to ride. You know, the Beta, the Husky, the KTM, Sherco, Yamaha. I haven't ridden one of the new Honda 4-strokes, the 2020s. But saying that, I still really like this gas. I'm lucky enough to be able to, if I wanted to get a different bike, I could. And saying that, I really like this gas. Super happy with it. Parts are very easy to get and find. And I hope it stays that way. But yeah, I'm just really happy with this bike, and I'm not saying that because I own it. If it was a piece of crap, then I'd say that and get a different bike. But I'm just really happy with how it performs, with what I'm doing, the kind of riding that I'm doing. Now, I will say it doesn't rev out the best. The power valve, you know, can be more aggressive, and I've read that you can make it with this, how the cylinder is and the way the power valve is in the cylinder. It would need a new cylinder design to make it aggressive, like a motocross bike, but I don't need that, so this is fine for me. And for me, this motor works really well. But the biggest part is the suspension. I love that KYB and the way this thing handles. Just really happy with the way this bike is, how it's set up and the way it works, and the way it's held up. I've got 168 hours on it at this point, and it's been great. I've drowned it out, and all I did was, you know, drain the water out of the engine, fire it back up, finish that ride, change the oil, and I'm still running it on that piston. Like, it's been a really good bike. Knock on wood, of course. But I think I think it's gonna hold up. It's been a great bike. If I had to buy another one right now, it would be between the Beta 300RR and the Sherco. I don't know if I get the 250 or 300 of the Sherco, two-stroke obviously. That new Beta is really good. I know the Dirt Bike Channel guy didn't like the forks, the stock forks, but I rode them and loved them. I've got other people here that said the same thing from Enduro Engineering. So, yeah. But I really want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching, and have a good day.